Hello, welcome back to Let's Play Train Fever. I'm Zevlin. In our last episode, we kind of went through the tutorial, learned a few basics. In this one, I'm going to kind of dive into, I don't know, I guess some of the other gameplay mechanics and just kind of learn as we go, I suppose. Let's get the camera sort of oriented in a generally okay fashion here. Alright, I kind of wanted to play with signals. We have path signal. I don't have a clue what these do. So let's look. So let's get real close. Looks like they face this way. So here, just before this merge, I believe. Well, except for I can't put one here. Yeah, I can put one here. Okay. Just before this merge, so his trains are coming this way. I suppose I could hold them here. Except for that doesn't really make sense. Well, let's put one here. You just hold trains coming out of the depot and get them to stop before coming into the station. Let's play with double tracks. Oh, look at that. That's super easy. Alright, let's see. What do we want to do? I might want extra tracks because I only have one train going back and forth. And if I wanted a second track, then what I would want to do with it is I would want a place, or a second train, they'd have to have somewhere to go. So I'd need a place for them to be able to pull over. And the best place that looks like is right here. So I could build some double tracks right along this area. Well, except for I'm going to have room to kind of merge them together. So if I build them along like this, see what that does. Alright, build like that. Did I grab the very end of that? Let's cancel. Alright, we can merge those. See, you gotta slow down to like right here. It'll be 48, 77. I want them to be able to come in and out of these pretty fast, so. There we go. So they'd run parallel like this, all the way to here. This one I'm kind of limited by the road, but we can get right up. Look at that, 90, 102. Looks good to me. Alright, so a train coming this way, and a train going this way would hopefully, you know, kind of merge. Let's look at the signals. Let's see what I can do with those here. Let's see, before you come to this intersection, you need to know which track to go to. So I'm going to put that here. And the same thing on this side. Well, sort of the opposite thing on this side. Alright, so before coming here, you need to be able to see which track to go on. So, bam. Alright, let's manage our lines. Let's do this Plock to Shep line. And I guess I really don't have a clue what I'm doing. Signal one way. Okay. How do I get this to go over here? I guess I did this totally wrong. Alright, let's try adding another signal. Leave this out. Let's figure this out. Alright, if I add a signal, say down here. Let's go on the one that already has the road. So let's add the signal. Can't add it here. This is the first place I can add a signal. So let's add a signal here. And then let's click on the signal and make it one way. Hey, look at that. I didn't even have to do anything. I just put a signal right there in the middle. That's weird. I don't know why you wouldn't want them out here, I suppose. But that makes the trains, when they're going this way, they go on this side. When they're going that way, they go on that side. Perfect. Alright, well, I'll need a little bit more practice with that, obviously, but that's something. So now I can build a second train. So let's try that. I don't think I really need it, but, you know. Let's buy the train. Let's buy a car. And what kind of goods are on this map? Let's take a look at cargo. Okay, so there are goods going from this guy here, which produces iron ore. And those are just kind of moving their way this way. To here, which requires iron ore. So I guess I could set up a bus route there. I don't think a train makes sense. Let's see. What do you need? You need lumber, wood. Produces goods. Is there anything here that produces goods? Let's see. What do you? You produce iron ore. That I believe goes here and produces goods. Interesting. So it looks like both my towns actually do the same thing. That's not necessarily good. Let's look at this goods store right here. Details. Deliver more coal. Requirements. Overview. So, I'm kind of wondering if there's any way I can maybe buy. Look at this, you can zoom in on this. That's kind of cool. Maybe you could, buy the businesses or something. I don't know. Let's hide the main menu. Where is this? Hide finances. Cool. All right. Let's not worry about that right now, I suppose. I could build a bus line that goes from here to here. That would probably be good. I was going to see if I needed to train 2. Set line. Yeah. I was going to see if I needed to put like a goods. Wait for free path. Okay, I guess it's waiting for a free path. I don't know. I don't know what it's doing. I guess we could push play. Alright, there it goes. Are there any people here? Nothing. Waiting. That's unfortunate. Hey, look. There's a person. Can I click on you? Yes. He's person 13845. Work. He's going to work via Pluck to Ship. Oh, cool. He works there. That's kind of cool. Details, he lives there, he shops there, he works here. He works in this industrial building. Looks like I need to set up a nice little bus system for them. Ah, cool. Alright, let's do buses. Let's set up this bus. Roads, right? Station. Bus. Station is going to be on this side of the road, right by the depot. As close to the depot as I can. So I'll build it right there. And I'll set up another one just across the bridge. Let's see, we're going to be going like this. I'm going to keep this on the same side of the road. There. Let's go with one over here and over here. Let's set one over here and here. And that's probably good enough. Let's build a depot. Bus depot. See, I suppose I could build the bus depot out here around the other stuff. Let's go to the, what's this? Street upgrades. Okay, cool. All right, let's go to the lines. I want to add a new line. Let's name this 2-block train. And let's add some stations. So click the add station button, click here. Click here. Wait. Add station. Click here. There we go. Click here. Cool. Let's go around in a counterclockwise circle. Yeah. Yeah, look at that. Alright. But we want it to go over here. And we want it to go over here. And then from there, yeah, from there I want it to just go straight to the train. Now, if you want to get to the train from this station, unfortunately, you're going to have to go all the way around. So, I don't think that could be helped right now. Once I get a little bit more traffic, maybe I'll make a reverse route or take a route that goes from here to here. Hey, look at that. My first transport guy finally showed up. All right, cool. So that's set up. And now I need to buy you. Buy. Let's select a line. I need the 2-block train line. And we'll see. Let's see what this says. Nothing waiting. I can rename the stations even. That's pretty cool. Okay, well, let that keep rolling. And let's see what else we can do. I think what I want to do is build a bus to take goods from here to here and then maybe back to town. But these goods aren't actually traveling anywhere. I'm guessing because they haven't actually got any goods. And they need coal. So, let's start by getting them these goods here. So what that means is I'll need a bus station. Bus stop. it right there. And I'll need another bus stop up here. I guess it maybe doesn't matter. All right, so here and there. And then I probably, this bus stop here will be good enough to get it back to town, or even here, to distribute the goods. So let's make a line. Let's make a new line. Let's add a station. Let's add this station. And add this station. And then actually I'm going to add this as a third station. It's a little inconvenient. Make a big circle, but it'll be empty. Wait, what the hell? No, let's remove. Let's remove. Let's look at what happens if I add this station over here. Maybe that's a little bit more. Add this station as number 3. So that way the goods will be near the train too. So maybe the goods will travel by train somewhere. I don't know. I don't know how that works exactly, but you know, it makes sense to me. The goods will get made here after getting them transported. The goods will come down here into town. They'll be in town, so they could get distributed throughout the house here. Or they'll be right here, so they can jump on my train. But I don't have any cargo cars on my train yet, so I mean that's. If it looks like I might need that, I can add one. Not that big a deal. So what we need is, well, we have this line. Let's name this line. Let's name it Pluck Good. Pluck Good. All right. So what I need is a bus. Let's buy a road vehicle. We need this horse wagon. Horse wagon. Let's buy one. Let's go ahead and buy 2. Select a line. I need to pluck good. Good. Look at that. They both added to pluck good because I bought them both at the same time. And we'll let that run a bit and we'll see what that does. So another thing this thing needs is coal. See, it has goods. It has no coal, so it can't produce anything. So where do I get coal? Well, there is a handy dandy industry list that produce coal. Let's grab all. Well, I can't. Okay. Anyway, let's see where this one is. Let's go to. Oh, look at that. Whoa. Whoa. That zoomed so fast I didn't know where it was. Okay, let's try. Well, Cleveton's really far away. What about Mexborough? Where are you? Not that far. I'll have to bring this in by train, I believe. But we can do that. I've used a little over half my money. Let's see. That's a long way. Stations. Cargo station. Oh, you know what? Roads. Stations. I need cargo stations. Truck station. Large truck station. Yeah, I did this wrong. Okay, I need a truck station. Here. Truck station. Here. then I need to manage my routes. Let's see, pluck good. You need to remove all these. And I'm going to add this station and this station. And I'd have to build another station in town. I suppose I could add a goods drop-off, maybe here? Yeah, let's do that. Let's go to stations. Forgot there were different types of stations. And maybe I ought to build a big one. Nice big station so I could ship all the things in. Ship in all the things. Let's do that. Nice big truck station. Pluckington Halt. I love it. It's perfect for a truck stop. All right. Let's add another station. Let's add this one as the third one. Perfect. Hasn't made any money yet. That's fine. There's nothing coming out of this yet. So I suppose I could bulldoze that. And that. I don't know if people actually work in these things and I could bus people out there or not. I guess we'll have to keep an eye out for that. Are there people walking along these roads? What are you? You're not a people. Oh! Did that mess up my route? Hey, look, I made money. Let's look at this route. Looks like it might have messed up my route. Oh, look, it auto-corrected. Okay, good. Accidentally bulldozing everything. That's fantastic. All right. So, let's work on that coal problem. So my coal mine's up here. A bus would take forever. A train, though. Let's look at train stations. Let's get a cargo train station. Train station. Why are you connecting to... Oh, yeah, I do have to connect it to a road. That makes sense. Okay, well, I could set up a bus station to take this to the train station, I suppose. Build like a cargo train station up here somewhere, like right here, and then bus things into it from, say, there's wood, there's that. Not real sure what the best route would be. Or I could just build it up here. I think I feel safer doing that. I'm going to build this right here. Build this. Whoa. Whoa. I don't want to build that big, huge ass bridge. Cool. No bridge. 50K. 100. Oh, it's cheaper to build. cheaper to build a bridge. For that's super expensive. Why won't this go down? I wonder if I can lower. I want you to go down. Why are you not going down? Okay, well let's cancel that. Let's build it up the other way and then reconnect. So I need to connect with this just before it does the split, I believe. Maybe right here. Yeah, let's go ahead and build that. Air vehicle in the way. Okay. What about now? Alright. Let's get across this road. Why are you raised so high? What is this? Guess I need to figure out how to make these roads, or keep these from just trying to be as flat as possible. Because I don't mind it going down a little bit. So maybe I just build smaller segments, and then it'll follow the train a little better. What the hell? No, I don't want you to freaking jump up 300 feet. I came across like this. No? Why is this having such a difficulty? Alright, let's just get across. Now see, I'm way up in the air and it's costing me a fortune. There we go, that went down. I'm very quickly running out of money. This is probably a bad idea. Where the hell is my train station? Way up there. Okay, well let's get across the river. And it instantly starts making bridges out of this. And I'm out of money. Just borrow tons of money. Okay. There we go. Now it's not a bridge forever. Slope is too high. Well, that's unfortunate. If I built something like this. Huh. Well. Oh crap. Slope is too high all the way down here. I guess I do have to... Man, that must be just really... There we go. Slope is still too high. What the hell? How am I supposed to get this here? Collision. Okay. Game's freaking out on me. Alright, come on. Come on. Okay, well, anyway, I'm going to go ahead and put a cut in here. Thank you for joining me. We'll maybe try and solve this little dilemma we have here with the slope being too high and figure out exactly how I'm supposed to get around that. I mean, it kind of makes sense. I mean, trains can only go up and down a little bit, but it seems kind of weird that I wouldn't have control to, vary that and get it down on the ground from where it is up there. Thank you very much for joining me. I'll see you next time.